Hey guys, and welcome to Toribash Replay Showcase with me, Jack Morris from Man on Fire Films, where this week, wow, it feels like just yesterday I recorded the last episode of this show, when in fact it was the day before yesterday. Yay, yes, we did that hashtag best week everything. So this episode may seem a little bit, I don't know, I'm still sort of winding down from hashtag best Friday ever part 2, so yeah, I guess we're just doing another batch of replays like 2 days after the last one, or at least the time of recording anyway. So our first replay for today is R.I.P. in Peace by Little Jamal. I ad-libbed that last bit because I like making names up. This is a pretty standard fluid destruction replay, not really whole lot, not a lot of mystery about this one, I'm going to be honest. It's pretty clear why it's awesome and why what happens, but I think we will still go ahead and slow this one down a little bit and actually maybe get a play-by-play going on. Okay, so we got this kind of like fall to the side at the start. We've seen that opener quite a few times on this show. Sort of leaps into the air here, up, kick to the dick to kick Jeff's leg off, punches off his head, sort of slides up to knock off the back of his body, and then punches his head off. No, the video hasn't gone out of sync. I was just really fucking slow talking about what was actually happening on the screen there. Everything is fine. The editing is fine. But yeah, this is a pretty cool replay. You know, this is, again, we've seen it a million times, but it's, very, very fluid and gets a lot of destruction done. Not really a whole lot to add to it, if I'm being honest, but maybe look at it from Jeff Cam. Maybe we'll be enlightened to some kind of intrigue. It's cool, but again, there's these replays which are just, you know, fluid destruction. There's really not a lot to say about them other than, hey, this is cool. Check this out. This is a cool thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Watch it through one more time, and then dunk and dunk. Very nice. Moving along, this is S.E. Born for This by Seth Ethan, which I'm going to guess is the what the S.E. part is standing for, and it's a back-to-back replay. This is one of those replays that, I'll be honest, I ummed and ahed about putting on the show. Not because it's bad. It is very, very cool. It's just... I mean, you guys know I don't like faff, and this replay is mostly faff. But again, it's one of those things where, like, the faff is very necessary, because without it, the replay literally couldn't happen. Again, it's starting back-to-back, and that far apart is always is always going to lead to a little bit of setup, you know, and that's certainly what this is. Maybe faff is the wrong word, and I'm sure people are going to get mad at me for using it. It's tricking, or whatever you want to call it, but... You know, I'm a guy who likes to just get straight into the replay rather than all of this sort of stuff. But I thought the end was cool enough to justify it. The kind of like winding up kick that demolishes Jeff's body is well worth the wait. And the flips do look really cool. They look quite realistic and all that. So yeah, it certainly has its place. Plus, it kind of looks like foot mod, and it's not. I checked. I always check. It's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. It just sucks that it's not to my taste in the faff, but yeah, I clearly put it on the show, so clearly I like it. But yeah, I did kind of and ah about this one, but I think it's cool enough, and hopefully you do too. Again, probably the opening flip is my favorite bit of faff in this entire thing. It looks really, really good, very fluid, and you know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of destruction. Jeff ends up in a million pieces, and what more do you really want from a replay? Let's be honest. Okay, we'll watch this through, I'm sort of weirdly running out of breath right now. I'm just gonna, there we go. Like I said, I'm still sort of, I'm recording this like the day after hashtag best Friday ever part 2, so, yeah, or at least the day those videos went live, so yeah, still a little bit tired, to be honest. We recorded a lot that day, not just for Man on Fire, but in, like, IRL stuff as well, so we're all a little bit tired, but yeah, one more time, why not? I kind of gabbed over it for those last couple of times. And coming up, wind up, dunk. Very nice. Moving along to our third replay for today. This is the half side of me by Dance Freak. Not sure what that means, to be honest, but it's a cool replay nonetheless. Yeah, the half side of me. I'm not, it's a skeet as well. I'm not entirely sure what that means or is meant to mean, or what the sentence the person was going for there. It's cool. It's quick to sort of get to it, and really nice sort of bifurcate. Again, kind of looks like foot mod, verified it isn't. Always like those replays. I really like the replays that look like they used a mod, but they didn't. It's sort of like a testament to skill that your first instinct when you see the replay is, oh, well, that's got to be cheating. And then, you know, it's not, because it's not foot mod. It's all legit. The kick looks really, really, really cool. Coming up there, sort of kick to the lower chest, upper stomach area. And then we have the skeet, which admittedly doesn't really do much, but it's still pretty cool. Let's try and get an angle of the skeet if we can. You know, it's one of those skeets that's just there because, you know, just because you can. Like, it doesn't actually get any dismembers or anything like that. But who cares? It's still pretty damn cool, and the rest of the replay certainly holds up. I really do like that bifurcate. I have a feeling this is going to look pretty cool from Jeff Cam. Nope. Okay, I'm wrong about that. Well, I'm sure you can see why I thought it was going to look cool from Jeff Cam, but unfortunately, the camera angle isn't great. You know what I'd like? I'm going to throw out like a Toribash feature request right here. Let's have this camera, which is great, and let's have like point of view camera, but I can move around, you know? So let's have like, I don't know if this is possible, but can I just have like this? Can I have this as a point of view? That would be awesome. But I'm going to guess that's not going to happen. But yeah, that's my official 2015 feature request. Let's make it happen, guys. Hashtag best feature ever part 2. No, that would just be really handy for this sort of thing, because a lot of the time stuff does look really cool from Jeff Cam, but we can't actually get the right angle of it. But yeah, this is really cool. Again, kind of a one shot if you don't count the skeet. It's only really one hit, but it gets a lot of damage, it gets a lot done, accomplishes its task, and I quite like this guy's skin. So yeah, you know, solid 7 out of 10, I suppose. I'm gonna start scoring the replays now. I hope you guys are ready for that. I haven't scored the other two, but they both had a 5 because I forgot to score them. No, I'm not gonna start doing that. That would be very mean. Although I may start doing that on Toribash Replay Challenge. That actually might be a decent idea for that show. Keep an eye out for that, I guess. Fucking coming up with ideas on the fly while recording. That's awesome. Moving along, this is not loading. This is Horse by Text Data. For some reason I thought I'd read the word horse wrong there. This is really cool. This is sort of like the anti-faff replay, where I want to be mad at it for the faff early on, but it's cool enough that it doesn't even register as faff to me. And the replay sort of has this air of elegance about it to risk sounding like a complete twat. You know, it's sort of like, it doesn't force itself. It doesn't rush, you know, and I can appreciate that. There's enough destruction done to make it worth it. A little bit of a dance at the end and then a hero pose. It's all just really, really nicely done, and I'm especially fond of that sort of like getting up thing that he does there. If we can maybe get a better angle of that. The way he sort of gets back onto his feet is all really, 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 really nice. It has a, like I said, a sort of degree of elegance, a degree of class about it, and that's really, really, really nice to see. And it's very, I don't know, symmetrical, the way he kicks off both Jeff's arms there, sort of downward kick to the head. It's just all really, really, really nice in my opinion. It's not the most destructive replay. It's pretty fluid, but not the most fluid replay we've seen. It just has a degree of, oh, that is cool about it. And I hope you guys agree with me on that. And we sort of end here on that. Yeah, you know, that's a hero pose. I can't really think of nothing else springs to mind on that pose. It is just a run-of-the-mill hero pose. Let's see if Jeff Cam has anything to say about this. Maybe, yeah, that's a better Jeff Cam. That's the angles I'd like to get on other replays. Woo, that's much better. Hang on. Boom, yeah, you can kind of see the wind-up and the kick of that. It's really, really, really cool. It's why I like Jeff Cam. It's why I will take the risk of going into it live during a live recording. Live recording is a strange term because we're not actually live right now, but I think you guys get what I mean. And moving along to our final replay for the day, because unfortunately we don't have an admin's choice this week. I'm sorry, we had to film this episode a day in advance, so I didn't have time to... I tried, but I didn't have time to contact the admins to have them pick one. We'll do 2 next week if I remember to make up for it, and if not, we'll do 2 the next week when you guys remind me. Sorry, guys, but I'll explain why after this replay. This is WNW Target Acquired by Werner. And this is one of those replays where just shit happens. Cool shit. A lot of destruction, a lot of flips, a lot of blood, and a lot of gore. You know, it's one of those replays that's kind of hard to describe in one word or sum it up as a tag or whatever. There's just a lot going on, and it's all pretty cool. I'm especially fond of that skeet, because of kind of the way he, like, isn't looking at where he throws the hand. You know, we'll maybe hop back here for a sec and actually take a look at that. Can't talk in reverse. There we are. The way he's like, I don't care. I know I got the decap. I didn't even need to look. Although I guess he does kind of look after he throws it. That's like the, bowling and then turning away, because you know you're going to get the strike, but then still kind of looking because you're not 100% sure. This is the Toribash equivalent of glancing in the reflection in front of you to see if you actually did bowl a strike. What kind of analogy is that? I don't know. But I think you guys get my point. It's a cool replay, though. You know, again, it's one of those sort of generic destruction replays. It just gets a lot done. It gets the job done. Knows what it wants to be. Doesn't try to be anything better than that. And just destroys Jeff. Just breaks Jeff into a million pieces. And it's really, really, really cool because of that. And I think we end on a, yeah, you know, I'm going to go with hero pose. Or maybe dancer pose. He does kind of do the, sort of yeah at the end. So I'm not too sure how to call that one. Let's take a closer look at the attempted pose here. yeah, that's a dancer pose. I was like, yeah, it's a little bit cheesy. We'll maybe hop back and take a look at that as well. Hang on. It's like, in reverse, it does not look as dancery. It's like, yeah, I did it. I killed Jeff. Woo, go me. But no, we'll sort of maybe a hero / dancer pose, a dancing hero pose. We have it. There we are. A dancing hero pose. But yeah, it's a pretty cool replay. You know, I like sticking in the destruction replays, the ones that aren't, I don't want to say run of the mill because that sort of has bad themes about it, but it's like a very, it's obviously above average. The word, I'm sort of struggling to find the word here, but I think you know what I mean. Run of the mill, but in a good way. The run of a really, really, really good mill that produces the best bread. That's what this replay is. It is the replay that produces the best bread. All right, better wrap this up before I get any other stupid analogies. I'll try to make this wrap up a bit quicker than last week. So, for those who did see it, Arcade Crowd, we announced it, and now we have launched. That's right. At time of watching, I mean, not so much time of recording, but by the time you were watching this video, the first video on our brand new channel, Arcade Crowd, will have launched, and it'll probably have been annotated throughout this entire video, but if you haven't got annotations turned on, check the description to this video. It's Mario Party, so it's a lot of fun. Go check it out. I'm sure it'll make you laugh. And please, whatever you do, let us know what you think. We are very, very, very eager for feedback on this channel. Ways to improve, what you liked, what you didn't like. Let us know and go check it out. But I won't drag this outro I won't drag this outro on as long as last week. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, maybe don't subscribe this week. Maybe go check out the new channel instead. I've been Jack Morris from Man of 5 Films, and I'll be back actually in a week this time with some more replays. Bye, guys.